Jasher Observatory. What I want to show here in the book of Jasher is, and she gave them knives to peel the citrons to eat them. And she commanded that they should dress Joseph in costly garments, and that he should appear before them. And Joseph came before their eyes, and all the women looked on Joseph, and they could not take their eye off of him. This right here is talking about Potiphar's wife, of course, and it was talking about how they just loved him so much. He looked so good. That was the reason why she had to commit adultery with him. But what I want to show you this is the absurdity of the book of Jasher. This is absurd. So what they're going to say is, they're going to say all the women cut themselves because of him, because he was so beautiful that they would look in another other way and cut themselves. And they're also going to say that all the women were trying to convince her to have sex with him, but Potiphar just did not know. He didn't know. All these women cut themselves, but he didn't know why. All these women are telling her that she should commit adultery with him, but Potiphar just does not know about all this. Let's read. She gave them knife. Okay, we just read that. And all of them cut their hands with knives, and that they had it in their hands, and all the citrons that they were in their hands and were filled with blood. And they knew not what they had done, but they continued to look at the beauty of Joseph and did not turn their eyelids from him. So let me say, so all these women were cutting themselves and didn't even know they were cutting themselves. This is the book of Jasher right here. We got to use common sense. I don't know, maybe let's continue though. And Zillah saw what they had done, and she said unto them, what is this work that you have done? Behold, I will give you sinners to eat, and you have all cut your hands. So, but she did this on purpose with all the women, but she wants to act like this. Okay. And all the women saw their hands, and behold, they were all full of blood, and the blood flowed down from their garments. And they said unto her, this slave in your house has overcome us, and we could not turn our eyelids from him on account of his beauty. So he was just so beautiful. So beautiful man that all the women was cutting themselves. They said all the women right here. I want you to just pay attention to that, all the women. And she said unto them, surely this happened to you in the moment that you look upon him. You cannot retain yourself from him. How then can I refrain myself when he is constantly in my house, and I see him day after day going in and out of my house? How then could I keep from declining or even from perishing on the account of this? And he said unto her, the words are true. But who this beautiful form in the house and refrain from him? He is not thy slave and attendant in thy house. Why dost thou not tell him that which is in thy heart, and suffer thy soul to perish through his matter? So all the people are telling him, man, just tell him you want to fuck him. Tell him you want to commit adultery. Let's get it. And she said unto them, I am daily endeavoring to pursue him, and he will not consent to my wishes. And I promise him everything that is good, yet he could meet with no return from him. I am therefore in a declining state, as you can see. So she's just like dying. She's sick because she just has to fuck him. She just has to have him. She just has to, and she can't be with him. She's already with Potiphar. So what does she want? She just wants to lay with him. And she's getting sick because she can't lay with him. This thing became very ill on account of her desire towards Joseph, and she was desperately lovesick on account of him. And all the people of the house of Zillah and her husband knew nothing of this matter, that Zillah was ill on the account of the love of Joseph. So look, all the people of the house of Zillah, that all the women knew, but for some reason Potiphar just didn't know. All these days, and you can read about all the length of days that she was doing this, but Potiphar just didn't know. And all the people of the house asked her, here again, all the people of the house asked her, saying, why art thou ill and declining and lacketh nothing? She said unto him, I know not this thing which is daily increasing upon me. All the women and her friends came daily to see her. All the women and her friends came daily to see her, and they spoke with her and said unto her, this can only be through the love of Joseph. And they said unto her, entice him and seize him secretly. Perhaps he may hearken unto thee and put off this death from thee. So she said, man, they trying to help her out. Like, man, listen, you have to commit adultery with him or you're going to die. And all the people were saying it, but for some reason, day after day after day, all the people know but Joseph in his house. All right, this is the book of Jasher. Okay, it's some more stuff about Joseph talking to the dead, but we can get that on another what's the name? Let me get off of here. Appreciate y'all. All the little 30 folks, all the little 50 motherfuckers that fuck with me. Appreciate y'all.